Good morning and welcome back to the More Factor. Today we're going to talk about labels. I'm Frederick Groth and I enjoy helping people succeed in life by teaching life skills, success principles, and character traits. Okay, labels or labeling. In our series that we're going on with, this is point number 4, and it actually is the last point in the book, Your Small Steps to Self-Confidence for Life. I think tomorrow I'll add one of my insights of stress management and living in harmony. But for now, this is the last point in the book, and it's a good one. Labeling. Stop putting labels on things as black or white. See, a lot of times in life, and as a preacher and a Christian, I do have some black and white labels. But when it comes to stress management, and when it comes to living in harmony, sometimes we have to set aside the labels, so to speak, to live in harmony with others. There is a scripture in the good book that says, if at all possible, live at peace with all men. It's difficult, and sometimes we can't. But putting labels on people and putting labels on things as black or white sometimes is one of the highest stress producers, because we're always in this judgmental mode. And another scripture, judge not lest you be judged. It doesn't say anything about not judging. It just says if you don't want to be judged, you don't judge. See? Putting labels is judging. So, let's look at it this way. Most of the truth in our lives, quote unquote truth, is experiential truth. And what I mean by that is, it's truth that you've decided to believe in because of the experiences you've had. It doesn't make it absolute truth, but it's truth for you. And so what is truth for you may not be truth for somebody else. Now, don't misunderstand me. There are some universal truths that are true for everyone. But most of what we deal with on a daily basis is what I call experiential truth. It's truth that has come from the experiences of their life. And it may actually be wrong, and they'll learn that later on in life. But who are we to cause ourselves stress by putting labels on people? People need something, and that is understanding. See, we need to understand where people are coming from. And we talked about that the other day. We need to empathize with those we are judging. We need to understand the shoes that they are wearing, the shoes they are walking in. As the old saying, walk a mile in a man's shoes. We need to understand where they're coming from. Nobody likes a thief, but we can empathize with a thief that is stealing to feed their family because they're starving. See, now, the wrong is the stealing, but we empathize with the reason why. So, we need to understand the reason why people are doing things. We need to see where their truth is coming from. Stop judging. Yes, you may think something is right or wrong. That's fine. Pray for them and keep loving them anyway. As the good book says again, a love hides a multitude of sins. See, we're not in this as a competition to be better than somebody else. We're in this to be better than we were yesterday. If I can be better than I was yesterday, then I can help more people become better than they were yesterday. It's not a competition to see who can get to the top first. It's a competition to see how many people you can bring with you. It's not an independent sport. Life is a very dependent sport. We depend on everyone and all things around us at all times. So stop the judging and labeling of people and circumstances and things, and try to understand where they're coming from. If we can understand where people are coming from, then it will help us to have more empathy and more sympathy, and we'll have less judgment and therefore less stress. See, it's actually judging people that causes the stress in our lives, because we're sentencing them to like a judge. We're sentencing them for something they may or may not have done. So stop the judging. And finally, stay away from the unnecessary meddling. There are times in our lives where we'll have to be involved in other people's lives, and that's fine. But unless you have to be, just be friendly, be nice, be a good person. Stop meddling. You know, the best way to change somebody is by leading them. Sometimes our judgment comes from the fact that we want to help them become better. And so we judge and we label, and that never helps. It never works. But by leading people, they can follow. How do you follow someone? You have to follow their example. So if you want to change people, you need to change. You need to be the example. You need to be the one that steps up and says, you know what? I've had some faults and failures, but I am working on being a better person. And I'm sorry for judging you. I'm going to try to understand where you're coming from. We may not agree, but understand. And it will help you have less stress and be able to live more harmonious with those around you. And again, be better today than you were yesterday, and things will be a lot better today. God bless you. See you tomorrow morning. Share, like. Let's start a dialogue in the comments. Have a great day. God bless you.